How's it going? Shades here and welcome back to another video. So here today I will be talking about Faze Clan and just kind of giving my opinions on the whole situation with the organization. So pretty much there has been a lot of things that have been going on with Faze, and pretty much Faze is not Faze anymore. It's been like that for pretty much quite a while, and I've wanted to talk about it for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I just felt like I shouldn't make the video. I kind of knew they were going downhill, but yeah, a lot of people are talking about it more and more as the days go by, etc., etc. Faze Rain, aka Norden, has talked about it a lot lately, and yeah, let's just see where I kind of go with this video. I'm going to talk about a lot of different things, and if you don't know who Faze Clan is, the organization, if you've never wanted to join them before, you've probably been living under a fucking rock. But yeah, let's talk. This has been something I've wanted to talk about a while. I used to watch pretty much all the OGs back in the day. Faze Rain was a big one. Faze Rug, Faze Blaze, Faze Apex. I discovered Faze Tensor after a while. I pretty much watched all of them. Faze Apex was a big one as well. And then, of course, that was a while ago, years and years ago, back when they were still doing Call of Duty trick shots and stuff like that. Of course, some of them kind of did different things on their channels, but pretty much it was just mainly trick shots. 2012 is pretty much the latest I can remember. I think I even listened to them or watched them before that. But pretty much I watched everybody, and then slowly I started seeing changes within their channels and didn't quite fuck with their channels anymore. I remember Faze Rain going through what he went through. He was addicted to pretty much drugs. I believe he got kicked out of Faze for a while, maybe even permanently. And some other people, Faze Blaze, his content changed. I stopped watching him. I stopped watching Faze Rain. I stopped watching Faze Rug. I continued watching Faze Apex. I discovered Faze Tensor after a while. Pretty much stopped watching everybody. The clan just kind of went to shit. Today is Wednesday, technically Thursday as I'm making this video. Currently 1 a.m. But they actually signed, Faze Clan signed, I forget her name. That's right, Grace Van Dyne from Stranger Things. They signed her, and pretty much that has a lot of mixed emotions, mostly a lot of hate, because Faze Rain was right about them signing her. He came out with a tweet a couple days ago, and Faze announced it yesterday on Wednesday. So pretty much Faze has, it's not, like I was saying, it's not the OG Faze. Pretty much Faze Banks let a lot of, and all the OGs let some people come in, and basically they've been running the company for a while and turned the whole thing upside down. They've been signing a whole bunch of celebrities like Grace Van Dyne, Snoop Dogg, football players, just a whole bunch of people who have built their own brands, right? pretty much the entire thing's been flipped upside down. Um, Something really cool is I was trying to get into Faze at one point. I don't really fuck with them anymore. Just because the organization shit. Of course, it's always been my dream to join Faze. If it hasn't been your dream at some point, you've been living under a rock. But Faze Rain used one of my tweets where I added Grace Van Dyne. He basically said, and I'll show it, that her name has never been affiliated with Faze except for my tweets, so I thought that was pretty cool. I was just trying to get noticed by a whole bunch of different people, including Faze, because at the time, I believe, holding like a Phase 5, asking for different talents other than gaming. So I did my Blueberry video for mine just because I didn't know what else really to do. I had work and everything like that. I had a lot going on at the time, but yeah. Let's dive into Norden, aka Faze Rain's video here, talking about Faze Clan's new recruit, Grace Van Dyne. And I'm going to comment on it. So we made the tweet on 5/20/23.
I'm sure she's a nice girl. I don't know her. I've never seen her streams, or I don't even watch Stranger Things like that. I thought. Hot dog!
Alright, so on 5/18/23 is when Faze Clan came out with the tweet saying, we want more women in Faze Clan. I remember seeing that. I still follow Faze. Hope one day that all the OGs like Faze Rain, Faze Apex, etc., can get back to what they used to be. I agree fully with Faze Rain. I'm starting to watch his videos more now. Like I said, I stopped watching him around the time when he was on drugs and kind of switched up his content, give or take. So, yeah. And then he came out with his tweet on 5/20/23, basically giving a spoiler alert on who they were signing, which is Grace Van Dyne. Let's continue the video.
Great day for Gen Z.
I'm sure she's a nice girl. I don't know her. I've never seen her streams, or I don't even watch Stranger Things like that. I saw a few episodes. Grace, if you're like watching this or you've seen my tweets, like I apologize, I'm sorry, but it's not really about you or me right now. It's kind of about the bigger picture and what's happening. Because I just don't necessarily believe in these recruits at all, right? I could go off and talk about that for a million different reasons. Because just someone's big or they're doing their own thing. There's a lot of politics, obviously, behind the Faze recruits. I've been saying that for a while. I saw on Twitter that they posted the announcement.
It means...
Right. So yeah, like I was saying, they've signed people who have already built up their brand. They've signed Grace, of course. They've signed Snoop Dogg. They signed some other people. I think they signed like I think Kyler Murray. And oh yeah, they signed Destroying as well, because I fucked with his videos for a little bit. And after they sign those people and make all these brand deals, you never hear anything about them ever again. I think fucking Snoop Dogg left Faze not too long ago, to be honest. I haven't really been following all the hibbly hoopla. I believe the only good decision that Faze has made, these dumb fucks running Faze, quote unquote Faze, have made since they've been in charge is, quote unquote, kicking Faze Mew out of Faze Clan. There was some sexual allegations a while ago, like 8 months ago, I believe. I'd have to look at the tweets. that Faze Mew basically raped Astronova and a whole bunch of other women. And last I heard, I'll even tweet at Astronova because it's been a while since I've talked to her. But they were supposed to have a meeting. Faze Clan was supposed to meet with Astronova as far as she knew. And I don't believe it's happened. Faze Clan just pretty much swept it under the rug. Said they kicked him out of the clan and swept it under the rug. So if you want to pretty much look into that, go look on Twitter. I've talked about it. You got to scroll back a lot. Look at Astronova's posts. Or hell, look up Faze Mew rape allegations. There's a lot of talk on it. Alright. Let me rewind a little bit.
Or you've seen my tweets, like, I apologize.
Alright, that's right. That's what I was going to talk about. No discredit to Grace either, like Faze Rain was saying. There's a lot of people on Twitter bashing her, calling her not a real gamer, saying she doesn't game, and a whole bunch of shit like that. She's a really cool person. Of course, I haven't met her or anything like that, but I do watch her streams on occasion. She does game. She isn't bad by any means. Of course, there may be other people who deserve it more, you know? There's always somebody that's better at gaming than you, you know? But the problem is Faze Clan is using her for clout. You know, if I was her, I wouldn't have signed the deal. Of course, there was a time not too long ago where if Faze came knocking on my door, I would have answered. You know, it's been my dream. I doubt I would have signed the contract hearing the talks, them wanting 20% of your pay, etc., etc., and how Faze is, learning more about it. So I doubt I would have signed on the line if they came knocking, but you pretty much get my gist. They're signing all these people for clout and because they don't know how to run a fucking company, and everybody pretty much hates them. Their stock is literally under $1, and the stock market is threatening to take them off if they can't turn it around.
Grace Sandine. I'm Bluefy.
Bluefy, like Blueface, got it.
Means blue girl. Fee is girl in French.
Ah,
I wanted
oui.
blue girl, but it was taken, and I love French, so
Fair.
don't speak it very well, but I wish I did. I'm a bit of a homebody. I'm an actress, but I like to stay home, so streaming is perfect.
Good actress, not a good
She
liar.
seems really nice, obviously. She seems like a wholesome-ass girl, obviously.
The baskets.
Shut up. $100 and you make the shot right now.
Okay, Ron, I absolutely love you, but what the hell are you doing here, brother?
You're not gonna
It's so rad. Like, I know you don't know her. Like, this is the thing. I'm just gonna be honest, right? It's like, let's just fake put people who don't fucking... know each other together. Like, they're fake. What the hell are you doing here, brother?
You're not gonna
It's so rad. Like, I know you don't know her. Like, this is the thing. I'm just gonna be honest, right? It's like, let's just fake put people who don't fucking know each other together. Like, their face. Like, it's so fake and manufactured, and everybody sees that. The reason we came up the way we did, we all were trick shotting. We were all playing Call of Duty. We all wanted to make YouTube videos. We all wanted to go on YouTube. We all wanted to live together. Like, we had a lot of the same interests and goals, and you guys resonated with that, and it made sense to y'all at a young age. And, like, the rest is history. history. Y'all know how it works. Like, it's not rocket science. I just don't get how this isn't common sense to people. Like, how does this not already click in your head? And then there's idiots that think, like, oh my god, if she's picking up for sponsorship, that means you get money too. No, we don't. Like, where do you guys get this idea from? Whatever you think is right is wrong in the world. So I can go on about the world, but I'm talking about Faze right now. That's just how the world is, bro.
Right. So talking about pretty much the Brotherhood, and pretty much what I was pretty much saying regarding them just kind of signing celebrities. They're just signing random fucking people, especially celebrities. Back in the day, Faze was a fucking brotherhood. And that's something, as a fan of Faze, that I really, really liked. Nowadays, like Faze Rain is saying, and I'm even saying, I've been saying for a long time, it's not a fucking brotherhood no more. Everybody, pretty much everybody in these Faze houses has a different fucking agenda. It's not Call of Duty anymore. It's not Brotherhood anymore. I wanted to join because I liked that they had a brotherhood going. I wanted to be a part of that. I'm really family oriented, hence my fucking tattoo. Ohana means family, always and forever. And I fucked with Call of Duty heavily, you know? Of course, I wasn't doing trick shots or anything like that, but yeah, I could hold my own. But mostly the fucking Brotherhood is what got me. And a lot of other people.
Especially when these corporate weirdos get involved and they try to paint a picture, not what things really are. That's the difference with me. Things are going to be bad with me, of course. You're going to hear bad things about me because I'm honest. So I'm just saying, like, is this random? Is this like fake shit? Like, okay, how do we make it look like they're all...
People fucking hate when you are honest. Not gonna lie. And 99% of this world only gives a shit about themselves. If you had to die or they had to die, they'd let you die. People typically only give a shit about themselves. Not gonna lie. They only give a shit about you if they're gonna gain something.
Phasing up together, man. Like, look at the gamers, dude.
I grew up in Los Angeles. I
Like,
started.
it's so random! It's so random! That's the clip! Like, Ron, just go shoot one shot with her over there in the court. Like, what's the point of that? Like, actually, what the hell is the point of that?
Because my dad was a gamer. I remember when we first started gaming together, I was always very scared.
See, like, this makes me feel bad,
I would hide and try
though.
not
That's
to get
cute. Like,
involved in
you
any of the
remember-
fighting. Like, everyone would be fighting, and I'd play Kirby so I could fly away.
You're sitting there spinning the whole time.
But he looks like a really good dad,
Yeah,
too.
we'd all be like, and Gracie'd be like, and she'd win a lot.
Yeah, see, like, I feel bad when I talk about that, but I still just got to be honest at all times, obviously, right? I have to make a decision with myself, like, do you want to be liked or do you want to feel right? And I want to feel right. I want to always just tell the truth and be honest about stuff, whether people like me or not for it. It's just who I am. I'm sorry.
Like your
I'm
path
not
is
sorry about that.
paved with
Fucking
magical
hell.
fairies.
This is what I-
Right, and that's one reason I liked Faze Rain, especially back in the day. He was always honest and really never gave a shit what people think. Like I said, I only stopped watching it because his content kind of changed, and I didn't fuck with it anymore. And then looked him up after a while, and he was going through shit, you know. He was on drugs and shit like that, I heard, you know. So, yeah. Glad I'm watching him now. Glad he's doing better. Shout out to you, Faze Rain. You're awesome, man. Doubt you see this. I mean, if you do, you're awesome, brother. And yeah, pretty cool that you used my tweet on your Instagram feed story. Instagram story.
Kind of just like, I want to do this, and then it happens, and it's actually really inspiring as a person to just be like, oh my god, like, she
Also,
can
okay,
do
notes
anything,
for
like, I can
Faze.
do
Also,
this.
this should not have been the introducing video. This should have been like a follow-up Meet Faze Grace video, and you guys should have just done something shorter that actually everybody could watch in 30 seconds for the announcer. But anyways,
I wouldn't remember.
is this Stranger Things?
Right. I agree. This video is literally, I don't even know. This entire video of Faze Rain's about 8 minutes and 36 seconds. So I'm guessing the video's about 6 minutes. That's pretty long. Nobody's gonna watch all that shit.
Honestly.
Sounds
Stranger
like
Things
it.
is my favorite show. Is my favorite show. So when I got the call that I could be a part of it, I really just thought I was gonna.
We're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
I go work with like these cool people and then go home and never hear about it again. So it turning into a majority of my life now. It's really cool. Really, when I was 17, I discovered Twitch through Tumblr, and there was this girl on Tumblr that I followed, and she would.
My ADHD's going crazy right now. I can't lie, gang.
I honestly hope that her agent tells her to get the fuck out of Faze. Hope she stays there for a little bit, gets the fucking money, and gets the fuck out. Because they are going to ruin her, I feel like. And I don't quite know what I mean by ruin, but they are going to pretty much, I guess, fuck her over. Because they have a whole bunch of idiots in Faze right now. A whole bunch of childish motherfuckers, etc., etc. I hope she gets the fuck out, like I was saying, because she, from what I can tell, is an amazing person. She has amazing fans and amazing family by the looks of it. An amazing career, and I personally would hate for any of that to change. It's just not a good combo. Putting her with shitty ass Faze full of toxic dumb fucks. The OGs were still in there, of course, but they really aren't. They're not controlling anything.
I didn't even know that Twitch was big in gaming until I did a deep dive into it.
Oh my god, she's
I like playing Valorant. I like to rage.
No, I'm just kidding.
And I like playing Among Us. That I'm good at. Maybe it's the act.
What do you mean by good at Among Us? No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna keep it cool.
Thing in me, but I'm a good liar. When I first started streaming,
I'm a
it
good
just
liar.
was not kicking.
It's not good.
Sometimes
That's a red
that
flag.
got me down a bit, even if it's to a small group, because everyone is just so friendly.
But I
love that.
I agree, obviously, with everything she wants to do, but this is my thing. Like, you're not friends with people in Faze. Like, I see she's friends with a lot of, like, 100 Thieves people and, like, Pokemon and all those people. Like, I just don't get why you wouldn't want to go do something with people you're actually friends with. They're trying to turn Faze into some sort of agency where they just kind of sign big talent and this work deals through them. But then it deletes the whole idea of what Faze is, because then the collection, the group, it's gone. Because then it's just like people from different communities all together just for the numbers. Like, bro, that's what they do. That's why they spam so many memes on Instagram. They collect all those impressions and sell it to brands. It's not a real reflection of what the Faze Clan numbers are, but those brands are getting scammed and they don't even know it because y'all don't know how to read numbers. That's the brand's biggest issue. They don't know how to read inflated numbers, who actually has numbers, who actually has influence. They're dumb. I swear to God, most of these brands are so brain dead. They'd be playing them every single day. That's all I'm saying.
But she doesn't feel like
Yeah, he's right. It's exceptionally hard to make something like that work. Because if you don't have a good CEO, which Faze does not. It's not gonna work. Faze is basically just signing a whole bunch of people just because, you know. They're kind of using them as exposure, I guess. But nobody really gives a shit about these signings, like Snoop Dogg, Grace Van Dyne, etc., etc. Nobody really gives a shit. Even about their partnerships, nobody gives a shit. If they had a good CEO, I mean, maybe signing all these people could be a good thing, you know? Kind of go outside gaming a little bit, but Faze has always been about brotherhood, gaming, and Call of Duty, you know? Of course, there was gonna have to be a time where they'd have to kind of switch it up a little bit. Maybe not to this extent, you know. Who knows? They could have probably continued to make it. I don't really know what 100 Thieves is doing. These other organizations, I'm pretty sure they're still doing Call of Duty and shit like that. That's pretty much what they're continuing to do, and they're perfectly fine as far as I know, so yeah.
She has to fit into a box or like present herself in a specific way. I feel like she's just like, this is me. You know, take it or leave it.
I first heard of Faze Clan really when I started streaming.
What?
And I kind of...
Not even from the Faze Rain 1 Miltage? That's crazy. Wait, what's...
I kind of associated it with bros.
It is the bros, yeah.
It wasn't until I met with you guys that I was like, oh no, this is home. This is like a second home.
What do you think that you bring to Faze Clan that's needed?
I don't believe you, bro. I don't fucking believe that for a damn second.
I'm a good liar.
There's a...
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm not just saying that because I like Faze Rain. I like to be truthful. I've looked up some of these motherfuckers in Faze, and literally all of the ones that I've looked up sound and look like fucking douchebags. I don't fuck with any of their content, and of course this new generation of kids do, who are all spoiled little fucking douchebags. So yeah, it's not about brotherhood or anything like that. I don't get that vibe from any of them. They're just spoiled little fucking douchebags.
Okay, again, I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna keep it cool because she is a nice girl. I don't want anybody to think I'm like roasting her, I'm talking bad on her. Just because I think somebody's not a good fit for Faze doesn't mean I think that they're a bad person. Or
Right. And she's probably saying that too, oh, it's a brotherhood around here, because she's probably getting fucking paid to say that, you know? She's not gonna say something else or say, talk bad about Faze, you know? Because it's probably in her contract, etc., etc. She's fucking paid to say that, you know? It's not a fucking brotherhood no more.
or that I think they suck. I love my mom. I'm gonna keep bringing her up as an example because I love her more than all of you. I love my mother more than everyone. I don't want her in Faze. Like, goddamn.
Estrogen. No.
What? Why did you just randomly say
It's
estrogen?
incredibly important to have female representation. Gaming is already such a male-dominated area, and entering a male world was a little bit intimidating, but hearing your approach to it and have me help with that feels right. I did an interview.
Right, and that's perfectly fine, but they're literally using who they sign as fucking exposure, pretty much. You know? They come out with, like, Phase 5, and everybody they sign already has a brand built up, you know, which is expected. But these small creators don't even have a chance, really. It's just to get more exposure. Literally everything they fucking do is to get more exposure. Faze just isn't what they used to be. And they're only trying to sign more females because they want it to boost their popularity, quote unquote, and get more exposure.
4 years ago, and they asked me what I want to do with the next 5 years of my life, and my answer was I want to do something that matters. And I didn't know what that looked like, and I didn't know what that meant or how I would
She actually looks pretty good in that Faze sweatshirt, not gonna lie.
do that. But this feels like I'm going down
It's a nice
the right
hoodie.
path.
Oh my god, Faze! Faze sucks! Yeah. I don't know, I can't help it but to just laugh and troll the situation, bro. I've been going through it for so long with Faze, and it's like I just hated it for so long that I could do nothing but troll at this point. No, that was a movie. That was a movie for sure. But yeah, once again, Grace, I heavily apologize that you're kind of in the middle of this. You seem like a very nice, innocent girl, and I know you have no like parts of this, and you don't really understand what's going on. This all outdates you. You have no idea. So don't think it's personal to you at all. It's just I have to make my point. It's true. What I'm saying is not wrong. I know what I'm talking about. I'm like one of the people that built this industry. The only other person that can talk to me about this or question me is Nate Shaw, to be honest. Like I'm not listening to anybody else. Like what? Like who? Like what? Like you're crazy. I'm not no disrespect, no cocky shit, but you're crazy. Like people are gonna tell me how this industry works. Are you crazy? And at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing is right. I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm not just doing this for my Faze brothers. I'm doing this for all of y'all too. Everybody in this industry, I'm doing it for all of y'all. I'm trying to not allow that structure that's in every other industry happen to our industry, bro. I don't want that to happen. In the acting industry, in the music industry, in the sports world, like, bro.
Right. Right. I'm gonna make a comment. I don't think that let's say all the OGs get the clan back somehow. Or the org, whatever you want to call it. I don't think that it will ever go back to what it used to be. And I could be wrong. But I just don't feel like it can ever go back to what it used to be, you know?
For every $1 million an athlete or a musician makes, there's an old white guy making 10 times that on top of it. Just so you know, that's how those industries work. And they're trying to make this industry like that too. They're trying to make it so they control you, bro. They're trying to make it so you couldn't exist without them, couldn't make money without them. It's a structure that's in every industry. And I just don't want that to happen in this industry, bro. I'm going to keep being vocal about it. I want every creator and every person that takes the risk to have a life like this to win. And you put in all that time and effort and work, and like, you deserve it. You know what I mean? Not for some old fuck to take that shit away from you. I don't believe in that. Or even a young fuck, even myself. Like, you deserve that. There needs to be a fair world, and their world is just not fair, and it's old, and it's outdated, and it's wrong.